I think it'll still be good enough. We're doing some Fallout for a little bit. I'll stay on for a little bit. I was trying to get on exactly at 8 something, but I had to struggle with some things. I was dealing with some out. I've got the brace on tonight, so I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. I don't think I'm on Periscope tonight. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I don't think they'll allow you to stream. And they got you in jail. We'll see. But if I'm not, I'm on the other sort. I'm on the other places. As far as I can tell, I'm not on. That's okay. I might be, you never know. I'm not showing on Twitter, but I'm in jail right now, and I do not apologize. I've stated that on my podcast. It is ridiculous the things that you get put in Twitter jail for. Ridiculous. These are little babies we're dealing with. These ain't grown-ups. Little childish children is what they are. Once that goes back up to the bunker, I'll see where it goes. These are children we're dealing with, y'all. They're not even adults. I'm going to address it good on a video I'm going to be posting soon. I'm not going to silence down. I'm just going to get bolder. That's going to be my reaction. Get bolder. The only person I'm going to answer to is my conscience and guide. I think I may have came this path before. Boy, I love this little tuner. I don't know what it looks like on your end. It looks good on this computer, because I did downsize the picture some. I guess this is a peak time for the internet. I'm not usually on right now, but I wasn't planning to be this late. I was just struggling with an out. I'm usually getting off by now. And then I'm on in the wee hours of the morning. Oh, there they are. Where I'm gonna get up there too. Blood in me. Got him. There's another one. Dang it, wonder who he's at. Yeah, it goes back up to the Fallout shelter. I figured it did. I was just gonna see. Those two are still there.
Be careful with strangers. Not everyone's as friendly as us.
There he is. That's a hunk of junk. That's what we're going to be contending with in the future, y'all. It's even got the red Chinese star on it. That's the junk we're going to be contending with. As human beings. I was already what I believed a censoration attempt. It was either a technical error or a censor attempt the day before. But I'm not going to cry. I'm not crying about it. I'm serious. I'm going to get bolder. That's going to be my response. That's just the way I've always been. I've always been bold. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't think she's going to be able to kill them all. I don't get as many of them as I can before I get killed. What if I got everything right here? He's coming the thing, it looks like. Oh, there's some other stuff. Okay. Trying to see if there's anything up here. I hear him somewhere. I just mostly walk around in circles. Oh, there he is. There we go. That was amazing. I'm actually shocked they set up one of their own. Of course, they're pinning him off as a Trump supporter. He's not a Trump supporter, though. He's an anarchist, y'all. The one that was threatening to kidnap that pig in lipstick tyrant with the evil grin. That's being graceful about it, by the way. I could have some other words for it. That's been graceful. No patriot is going to kidnap her. She's already failed. She's been ruled a tyrant. She'll get voted out. She overstepped her boundaries. Which that's the reason they created this diversion. Because they're losing big in them courts over this COVID thing. And they got to do something to overturn it. But you know what? If you go look back at whatchamacallit? What was it? Oklahoma City? You'll find the same thing there. There's a lot of stuff going on within, and particularly in Oklahoma. And they had to do something to stop it. Because people were getting constitutional then, too. So they had to cook up a plight. Just look it up. Just look it up. Like I said, I'm going to get bolder. They're not going to silence me. I'll just talk where I can. And my gaming's not really the place. Just saying. You know, Joe Rogan does it the best. He had an entertaining podcast the other day, a few days back or so. It was actually in September, I believe. Where he had this guy on, he was a comedian. And they were taking truth points while being funny at the same time. Joe Rogan's good at it. That's what you gotta learn to do. You gotta learn to be good. Howard Stern used to be, but something's happened to him. They've either got something on him, and he's compromised now, or he's just doing anything for $1. He used to slip it in the cracks, y'all. Me, I'm just bold. I just say what I'm thinking. But that gets you in trouble sometimes. The best way to do is to find out the way to invert them, and get around them. That way you get your message out and people may hear it.
Kill,
And he got me.
protect, and serve.
Me, I don't know nothing about that. I'm just too honest. I've always been honest. If I don't think it's not your business, I won't say it. But for the most part, I'm honest. Or if I want to play nice. Sometimes I do play nice. Every now and then I play nice. Not much. Because I know we're not none good, as the Bible says. That comes from Jesus, y'all. We're not none good. And you're never going to be good, so I don't even try. I don't even try. Because you're not good. We can be better than some people. Like there might be things that we won't cross. But none is good, says Jesus, says the Lord. Only God is good. And I've always used that as a rule of thumb. I might be wrong, but that's me. I've just always said what I thought. And a lot of times people didn't like it. But like I said, this ain't the place. My podcast is though, and that's where I'm going to be completely honest. You see, I'm going to widen that thing. I almost widened it really bad today. But like I said, the only person I'm bound down to is him. I called that woman what I really thought she was. She's really worse, though. She's treasonous, is what she is. She's really the one that needs to be arrested, even though it was wrong for them to plot to kidnap her. She's the one who needs to be in prison. She really needs a lot worse, but I won't say it. It's a sentence for treason, though. Because what she did went way beyond. Way beyond. There ain't nothing no Fed or anything can say about that. Because I've got the right to say it. That's what our Constitution and Bill of Rights gives us the right to speak out against these tyrannical kids.
That was horrible.
Is he somebody shooting? Where's he at? There.
I need a drink after this. I'm gonna find you. This place up is hard work.
Is he in? He might not be in.
Gotta keep our fellow brothers
He got
and
me.
sisters well fed. Just about time to eat.
I wasn't expecting to run into anybody.
It's hard work living out here.
You just do it legally is all. You don't threaten people. You legally take care of them. And our way is to vote them out. I've been saying it all along. Vote. When they get tyrannical, that thing in Chattanooga up there needs to be voted out. That schmuck in Chattanooga. That schmuck that runs Chattanooga up there needs to be voted out. He's a fat pig. I'm fat too. But that man's a gluttonous, tyrannical, fat bastard is what he is. A tyrannical, fat bastard. Vote them out. Vote these scumbags out. They don't have this authority. The Constitution tells them what they can and can't do. And judges are ruling that way. Pennsylvania and now her place, Michigan. These people are tyrants. They do not have this authority that they're taking for themselves. It don't matter what the U.S. wants. I don't even take them into account. They don't have no business to say. That's why we voted for Trump. We wanted to shut them up. Shut them the F up. We wanted to shut them the F up. We wanted to get them the F out. You know Skid Row had this song, "This party's over, so get the F out." We wanted to get the F out of them. That's what we wanted for the EU and the UN. We don't care for neither one of them. They don't rule us. Indeed, they're just funneling our money is all. Sucking off the taxpayers' dollars and then trying to tell us what to do. Sucking off the taxpayers' dollars and then trying to tell us what to do. That's what they're doing. That's one of them bugs. I don't see the bugs much in this. I run into them every once in a while. Especially since they did them upgrades. I wasn't seeing much of them until they upgraded. Ooh, he bled. I think he's a tick. Now he's probably got me sick. Like these ticks that are infested the United States right now. He's got me sick. These ticks. Like I said, I'm going to get bolder. That's the answer to tyranny, y'all. Get bolder. You don't do anything else unless you have to. What them dumbasses was talking about. You wouldn't do that anyway. I mean, why would you want to do that? What's that going to do? That's going to get you in trouble. What an idiot. Of course, he was an Antifa idiot. That's the way them idiots think. They're little children, y'all. They can't think. Their brains can't think. They just done what the communists told them to do. That's all their brains are. What the communists have told them. They can't reason either. You know, not all atheists and stuff like that are like that. Some of them can at least think. But I always run into the bad. I've always run into the ones that are just like the ones that are on the streets. That's what I run into again with 20 years ago on AOL. The early 2000s. The same kind of garbage. Just back then they were just on the internet. You could turn them off. You can't turn this garbage off. This is out in the real world. You know, it was a good thing about AOL in the early 2000s. If you didn't like it, you could just turn off. Now there's no escaping it. The garbage is out here in the earth. It's in your grocery stores and in your stores. Put your mask on! This is America. If you don't want to wear a mask, or if you want to wear one, you got that right. Either way. It's good either way. That's the way I look at it. But some stores don't look at it as good. I mean, there are some stores who actually worry that some of them might be bad. And they want to ban the mask because of that. So I sort of support that, even though I'm kind of, if you want to wear one, wear it. But he's deadly.
Citizen, do not
Maybe not.
be alarmed.
That's my point on it. But I see the store's points that don't want to have them in the store. And if I was running the store, my father wouldn't have liked that. He used to watch them there, y'all. He watched every little thing that came in them stores. He always watched them. He didn't care if they was white. He didn't care if they was black. He didn't care what they was. He watched them. And when they hung around too long, he run them off. He used to have some that would hang around the girl cashiers, the female cashiers. He'd really run those off. And he'd come over there and he late, like sometimes if they'd call him, "What are you doing letting him hang around here? You know if I was here, I'd done run him off by now." He used to run them off. He shook a bunch of kids off the trees one time. There was a bunch hanging in the trees. And he went out with his broom. He ran them off. He didn't let people hang or loiter in his stores. My daddy was good. Fine. Are they deadly? Yeah, they deadly. I guess I'll leave them alone. They ain't bothering me, so I'll leave them alone. They're not bothering me. They're not bothering me, so I won't bother them. He wouldn't have wanted people in this store with a mask on. He would have thought they was up to no good. And he didn't believe that hiding from sicknesses either. He'd say, "Son, you can't live in a bubble," when he was talking to me. He'd say it just like that, y'all. "Son, you can't live in a bubble." I probably sound just like him because my voice tends to sound like him at times, especially on recording and telephone. Indeed, one time I was talking to one of his girls. He wasn't there yet. He hadn't got there yet. And I answered the phone. He was on his way home. She actually thought I was him. She said, "I actually thought you was him." I said, "No, but he's on his way. I'll tell him to call you back as soon as he gets back." 22 minutes. That's one of them days where I'm just getting killed. Yeah, he wasn't wanting people in this store with masks on. He thought they'd been up to no good. He watched everybody. He just didn't target certain colors. You know, some people, they'll see a black person come into the store and they'll start watching them. My daddy would have watched everybody that came in. He didn't care if that's male or female either. He didn't let that throw him off. He thought people was up to no good. And most of the time, sometimes, every once in a while they're not. He even called him a swift stiller one time. He even called the corporation on him and everything. Well, they called him over there. And they can pull those up anywhere they're at. Well, the corporate headquarters pulled it up. And they saw him steal it. And you know what my father did? They said, "This is what we're going to do. We're going to let you have the choice whether you have him arrested." He said, "Nah, I won't have him arrested." But then he said, "Don't ever come back in my store again. And if you do, you best not have it. You best not steal anything. Because if you do, I'm going to prosecute." That's what my daddy told him. Because the corporates, they actually told him they was going to let him make the decision. Since they lied about him and they tried to get him fired. He said, my daddy told him. He said he knew how they worked. And he said, "You pull them securities up, you'll see him steal them. You'll see him stealing." Yeah, he thought he was going to get my daddy fired. He went and he turned him in, called, I believe their corporate was somewhere, Nashville, or... This is one of them stories he was telling me on his deathbed when he was dying. That whole day he was talking about his work. He told him, they said, he got that item. Y'all pulled it up. He's accusing me because I threw him out of the store. He got it. He told him that. He said he just targeted him because of his race or something like that. My daddy said, no, actually I did not. Like I said, he'd watch them all. He didn't care what color he was. Whoa! He's surrounded. Talk about walking death. Zombie apocalypse. I got all of them but one. Yeah, I didn't pull that crap with my daddy. And when Trayvon Martin happened, you know what my daddy said? They said, I dealt with little Trayvons every day. That's what he said. And he said, I was just always lucky they didn't ever go too far with me. He used to say, just because they're teenagers don't mean they cannot be up for no good. And he said, I was a teenager at one time too. That's what he said. And he's telling the truth there. Of course, my daddy had to learn to fight for himself. They were bullying him. They used to bully. He had to learn to be a fighter. I picked up a lot of that. Even though I never did get bullied except for that one little bully. That one schmuck. He still thought he could bully me though, even though after I grew up. He'd try. But then when he saw somebody else messing with me, he'd say, you don't mess with him, he's mine to mess with. I just didn't ever take him after I grew up. I mean, when I was little and he could run over me that first year and a half or two, whichever, because it was kindergarten and first grade and then second grade when I blew up. He literally, that second grade, or first grade, he literally picked me up and held me over a toilet. Was going to dunk my head in. But I didn't scream and kick like the other kid. I couldn't get to him because he pulled my feet far away where I couldn't kick him. So what I did was I raised my little neck up, because I was little then. I just looked at him. He asked me, aren't you going to cry and beg? I shook my head no. So he let me go. He put me down. After I didn't cry and beg, he put me down. I just looked him in the eye. So that other kid, he was doing the other one right before I come in. But they grabbed me. He had two others with him and they blocked the door. And then they grabbed me by my arms. Well, when he was ready, he grabbed me by my feet. And he spraddled me out real far, like far away where I couldn't kick him. But then I got in there, please, don't dump me in the toilet! And he asked me, when he finally got my turn, that little kid went running after he dumped him in the toilet. He went running crying. Run out the bathroom door, but then they grabbed me and they started to dump me in there. But when he started dumping me, I tried to kick him. I couldn't kick him. So when I saw I wasn't going to be able to kick him, I just raised my neck up and just started looking at him. And he started saying, aren't you going to beg and cry? I said, nope. I thought it. I don't think I said it. We're talking about 82. I'm 45 years old now. I think I just looked at him. I don't think I ever said a word. I think I shook at him. No. And that's when he put me down. He dropped me and put me down. Then he told me, get out of here. He tried to bully me my whole life. But he had something interesting happen to him. Actually, he was once again bullying me. I just got through with an injury, and For a while I had to rehabilitate, and I was on the disability bus, you know, the short bus. He was on the short bus! Oh, he's on the short bus, y'all! Oh, yeah! And I told the teacher, as I was getting off the bus, I said, I'd like to pipe in with this king. Do it! Now tonight. She wasn't a teacher, she was a driver. She said, I'll deny it. I said, no, I can't. There's a lady after me. But I said, one of these days, Guide's going to get him. He'll answer the Guide. But I kid you not, a few weeks later, he got hit on head on by a Mack truck. He was on one of those three-wheelers. And he lived up there in this subdivision apartment where they had one of these big, long hills. And there was a road that connected to the main road, so it was like there was stores and stuff around there. Well, he went down the hill, and I guess he was going down as fast as he could. Well, about that time, this Mack truck pulled out in front of him. Now, he didn't have time to stop, and he got killed head on. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it happened, because I just told him one of these days, and he laughed at me. He said, oh, he's going to strike me with lightning. I said, I didn't say he's going to strike you with lightning. I said, one of these days he's going to deal with you. That's one of the reasons why I like that song. Now, years later, I used to not care when I was younger. After a while, I kind of got mad. I mean, sort of heartbroken in a way. Because, in some ways, if you think about it, if he didn't repent, he was one bad, I mean, he threatened to rape girls and everything else. He was a bad cookie. That's one of the reasons why the bus driver didn't like him. She actually had him, she was going to get him banned off the bus, and somehow or another his mama followed up. He threatened to rape this girl on the bus, and she pulled off. She stopped on the side of the road. She said, get off my bus. She tried to get him through off of the school, but he was always sly. He was good with the teachers. The teachers loved him and everything. He couldn't melt. Indeed, that's talking about what a good student died when he died. And he wasn't a good student, y'all. He was a bully. He was one of the worst bullies you could have ever imagined. But he knew who to kiss up to. He kissed up to the teachers. But I told him when I was getting off that bus, I still haven't walked with the king. Dude, I still have to walk with the king. To this day, I still have to walk with the king. I said, I'd like to, come on, do it. I said, no, she's going to get me if I do. Because you know the old woman, the one I talk about, the devil. That old devil woman, that she took, according to a teacher, she took a lot of kids out of their home. That devil was after me. And I knew if I went back there and hit them with that cane, I'd have been in trouble. But the bus driver did tell me, she said, you go ahead and do it and I'll deny it in court. I said, no, I can't do that. They'll get me. I said, but I don't have to worry because the guy to get his. And he laughed at me, he made fun of me. He even threw up how God was going to strike him with lightning and all that stuff. I said, I didn't say that. I said, he's going to deal with you one day. 3 weeks, I believe it was 3 weeks. It was somewhere during that span. It was short. It was a very short period. But like I said, I did feel kind of bad because just think, he was 16 then going on 17. He might have been 17. He's probably spent every day of that eternity in hell if he didn't repent or if he wasn't saved. He might have had reasons of being mean. Like maybe they bullied him his first year because he'd stayed back, but he'd been held back several times. He was about a year or two older than me. He had already been held back at least a year.
I can still hear the screams.
And he was big and tall too, but he was skinny. Well, when I blew up, I got big, tall, and fat. Now, I didn't really want to be big, tall, and fat. That's just what happened. And my sister, she used to actually tell people, she was older than us, said, no, he actually just blew up. We never did know why he blew up. I did. I went from a little tiny boy to a big old 5'9" fat thing. It's probably the food and junk. It's probably in it. It wasn't overeating and all that. Of course, we do have a gene in the family that makes it hard to lose weight. But I really did just blow up. I mean, I went from a little boy. I was a chubby boy. I was already getting chubby. Little tiny boy to a big old 5'9", and then 6 something in third and fourth, and then finally I got to 6'3", and I stopped at 6'3". I guess I better get off here. It's about 10 o'clock. I usually get off about 10, so I'm going to go ahead and probably just sign out. Tonight was just a kill night. It was just a kill night. I got killed all night. Let me go ahead and go to the menu. I don't remember how to get to the menu. Okay, that's just that. That button? Now that turns her. I don't know how to get to the bottom menu. It ain't that. I know how to do it when I get killed, but I don't know how to get to it. Did she get a gun? Yes, she's got a gun. I know how to get it now. Fast. Let's go ahead and play her. Because I do got some bullets. But I know how to get it fast now. You hit that key. I never knew that before. I'm glad I was trying to find the menu. I found out how to get to her gun if she needs it, then I can switch back to the fist if I need them. Use your fist and not your mouth. That's a Marilyn Manson song. Use your fist and not your mouth. It's better to use your mouth though. For a while, as long as you can. Well, you start attacking people, they get you as the problem. So I would never suggest using your fist over your mouth. But you better be prepared, if you need to be, to defend yourself. You always want to be ready to defend yourself. I can't aim good. Is already out? I get all them son of bitches. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. There we go. I'm glad I figured out how to get to that gun real easy. I should have just let them kill me though, so I was trying to get out. I was trying to get out of the game when I discovered how to get her weapon. You learn something new every day with these games, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it got any viewers right now. I can't tell. No, I probably don't. But when y'all see me later, I will thank you very much. I won't get off here in a minute. It's dirty. I just let her drink dirty water, y'all. I just let her drink dirty water. You run into something. What is it? That's a person. I won't shoot her real quick. Unless I have to. I don't like people killing me, so I don't kill people. I try to be respectful. I always try to be respectful, even though I don't know how to be nice. I always try to use respect, though, because guys use respect, though. I know it's just a video game, but that person, if you kill them, they have to sign back on. They have to go through all that trouble. So I just leave people alone. If they don't bother me, I don't bother them. Yeah, if they don't bite at me, I don't bite at them. I'm gonna have to get killed somewhere though, because I don't know how to get out. I need a manual. I'll go watch some videos. There must be some other tips out there for this game, because I discovered how to get to the game. I can't believe as long as I've been playing these games, I didn't know how to do that. I mean, I've been playing Fallout here since last year when I got the Xbox. That's the first time I touched it. I finally got back to a road. Look at that beautiful water. You know, even though the world is bad in this game, you do sometimes find some beauty. Oh! Is he going to attack me or is he not? He's not going to attack me, I'll leave him alone. He's going to attack. I hear him getting ready to attack. Is that one of them things? Or is that him? It's him. I don't know how I'm going to shoot him. I always suck at shooting these things. And they got me, but I guess that was good because I was planning to get off. Okay, I'll be back later if I feel like it. Thank you for watching. Right now I don't have no viewers, but I will in the future. Probably. If I don't, well, that's just life. Thank everybody for listening if you do. If you don't, well, it's out there. That's all I can say. Here we go. Now if I can just remember how to get the menu. Here we go. I'm going to get off here for a little bit. I'll probably be back on in the AM hours. I don't know what I'll play. I may not play Fallout. Because I just seem to end up running places, getting killed. But it was neat discovering that game. I'll download something on my computer real quick before I